The second contradiction or consumer behavior that we really wanted to share a little bit more about is the ongoing contradiction or battle between consumers' increased desire for more relevant and personalized marketing communications and experiences with brands and their equally strong desire to maintain certain elements of personal privacy. I'm going to start off with the personalization end of things here. As the box on the right side of this particular slide shows, consumers have established a very, very high bar for brands when it comes to the type of personalized experiences that they are expecting to receive now and have come to expect to receive. As the data and the chart indicates, not only they want you to understand your unique needs and expectations, but not only that, but to anticipate needs at nearly 62% now doing that. And they have increased across the board on each one of these things from 2020 to 2022 from this source that has been tracking things. So it's a very high bar. And it's actually even true among early or first-time consumers as well. The data on the next chart that I'll share with you on the next slide does just that. It looks at first-time consumers. This is research from McKinsey & Company, and we've kind of grouped responses here into these three color-coded kind of buckets and things on what people are expecting in terms of where companies need to meet the consumers where they are. They want them to know and learn their taste, make unique offers to them, and communicate with them on a regular basis by checking in with me. And you can see some of those specific things listed along the left side. So knowledge of both past, current, and future interactions have become more and more important to consumers. And you can see that there's a beginning of almost a need to have a dialogue between companies and their customers as well, not just talking to, but listening very much to. And so the question then becomes, with these kinds of expectations, which quite honestly are a little bit difficult to meet, why should brands work this hard at the personalization effort? And the answer really is that there are very immediate, tangible, and bottom line benefits, and we can show those on the next slide. And these benefits are both long-term and immediate. 3 in 5 consumers are more likely to buy based on a more personalized offer or response. 2/3 say that they're more likely to be loyal to companies that can meet their personalization needs, and over half have a greater trust in those companies. And that builds into that loyalty challenge that we've talked about, and Gwen mentioned as well. Companies that are trusted are much easy to develop and secure long-term loyal relationships with both existing and potentially attracting new customers. Now, on the other side of this equation or contradiction is the question of privacy. And we've as an agency have talked and shared a lot of the information on this. This was a big component of our media trends presentation earlier last year. And continues to be a topic that is a very key one. People care very deeply, much more so than even some other big issues such as sustainability or diversity and inclusion, which have gotten a lot of press as well. But you can see the numbers difference there, almost a 30 percentage point difference. In fact, over 30 percentage point difference of people feeling that privacy is something that they care about much more deeply than sustainability within certain elements. Why are people concerned about this? Really, it comes down to two things. It's a lack of transparency or feeling that they have no control over their data. This information comes from an extensive study that Magda and Ketch put out in 2022. And the bottom line kind of takeaway from all of this for me is that consumers are very much feeling like, please don't treat me as simply a data point. I am not a mine to be, have every little piece of information dug out of me, strip every little asset benefit out, a value from all of the data that you're collecting on me. And instead, consumers want to be treated as what they are, and that is people. And as such, really a value exchange is what has emerged in terms of this whole balance of personalization and privacy. And on the next slide, we kind of see that people understand that there are benefits to sharing their data with companies. More than 8 out of 10 totally on board with that. It's just a matter of, okay, what data are you going to collect on me and how you're going to use it. So they're very happy to share a lot of data points ranging from their gender, age, or birthday, and other things. And nearly half are comfortable sharing their location. And there may be other data points that they're happy to share as well. But what they want in exchange for that is to know, how the data is how it's being collected, what it's being used for. At another level, and these are the companies that are creating the strongest connection with the consumers, is sharing with their customers what data we are using, what we have on you, what we're using for them, and most importantly is to keep your promises about securing the data and not to resell it. If that's what you've promised to do, it is critically important to follow through on those promises, as if you're going to maintain that value exchange with consumers.